Hey, what's up?
Gamers.
Lieutenant Obvious, back again, bringing you another video, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought I just recorded the video, but I recorded my other monitor, so it just looked at Shane Gillis for about 35 minutes.
Just when I blacked out, I was just people were like, this guy, he's by himself.
Someone just brought you a blanket.
Anyways, I'm here to bring you another build video, and we're gonna build this ship right here. So as you could probably guess, my original plan was to try and make the Millennium Falcon, just a replica the best I could. But after a while, I just started doing my own tweaks, like you see how my landing bay is sitting there in the front, and just like minor things. But yeah, we're gonna go through it, and I'm gonna show you how I did it. And basically, this is for future me when I want to go back and rebuild this ship in a new game. Okay. I'm going to go over these stats here from top to bottom. We got a fuel of 650, hull of 1519, cargo 4980. This isn't really going to be a cargo ship. This is a fighter ship. This is a mid to late game ship. This is your comfort ship. This is a cool ship. Anyways, reactor of 41, crew of 9, jump range 30 light years, shield 2880, lasers 24, EM weapons 4, particle beams 37. Alright, we have 4 parts. We have our top over here. We have our top center over here. Over to the left, we got the bottom center. And on the top left, this right here is the very bottom of our ship. Most of these parts you're going to get at Hope Tech. Some of them you're going to get at Stroud Eklund. And then you're going to get a few Nova Galactic parts, which I believe it's only these 2 habs that we're having for Nova Galactic, as well as I think this bracer. I believe the rest that we have here is going to be Stroud Eklund and Hope Tech. We'll begin on the bottom here. We'll just go part by part. Here you got the Stroud Cap A, and then beside that you're going to run a landing gear, the Stroud Eklund AccuLander 11 landing gear, and you're going to do 3 of those right here, and then you're going to follow that with the Stroud Cap A on the very end. You're going to flip that, and then next you're going to go. This is going to be one that you're going to get at the Hope Tech Star Yard. And it's going to be the Hope 4 landing bay, and you're going to put that on the front right there. And then beside that, we're just going to go behind. Behind that, you're going to do an AccuLander 11 landing gear, and you're going to want to have this one centered. I should say that the other landing gears, those ones are going to be facing the, what is it, the starboard? Yep, these are going to be facing starboard. This is going to be a center landing gear. Your second one, then you're going to put another landing gear there, a third landing gear, and then to set beside your landing bay, you're going to put a Stroud nose cap B, and you're going to have that flipped upside down. Set that right there, and then you're going to put 3 more AccuLander landing gears in the center there, follow behind that nose cap. Oh, I forgot the back part here. So you're gonna want to have a Galleon S204 cargo hold. I like these ones because it has connection points on every side. Comes in very handy. Plus you have cargo of 1480. So I mean, this isn't a cargo ship, so we're taking what we can get. And then we have these SA 4110 engines by Slayton Aerospace. And these you're going to get at Hope Tech as well. And you are also going to get your other engines at Hope Tech too. So next we got this SF40 sheared flow reactor with power generating 40. I don't know where the 41 came from in my stats, because I know my ship runs a power of 46 max at the moment, and then that says 40. So their numbers aren't making sense to me unless I'm missing something. I probably am. Anyways, Stroud Cap A in the back, actually 11 landing gear, 11 landing gear, 11 landing gear. All right, and then you're going to put a Cap A there in the corner. There we go. That's our bottom. Check it out. Sweet. Nice and easy. Next, we have this. All right, to start the second step, we're going to put this J51 gamma drive right here. I'm going to set that right beside the sheared flow reactor. And beside that, we're going to put in the 900 helium-3 tank. And beside that, we can place this Nova Galactic Captain's Quarters. That gives us a nice base. Next, we're going to take the Hope Tech Science Lab, and we'll place that right here in front of the helium tank. And beside that, we're going to place the brig. Stroud Eklund 2x2 brig. Follow that. We're going to put the Hope Tech 2x1 workshop right in front of our captain's quarters. And then we're going to put our 2x2 battle stations in front of our science lab and our Stroud Eklund brig. And then to put right here on the corner, we're going to put our Nova Galactic Armory. For the Nova Galactic Armory and the captain's quarters, you could go with other ones. I mean, honestly, with any of these halves, you can go with whatever you choose. This is just what I prefer. I like the way these look the most. I should also mention this is another Nova Galactic piece, this weapon mount that we're going to use. This is going to come from the Hope Tech Star Yard, and that's going to be the Hope Tech Companionway Fuselage B. Yes, we want the B version. We put that right in front of the Hope Tech workshop. And then in front of that fuselage, you could probably guess, goes our Commander 500 bridge. Next, we're going to take the Stroud mid bracer and we're going to set that right beside it, beside that Commander bridge. Beautiful. We're going to place this weapon mount. And after that, we're going to put another mid bracer right here in front of the armory. Let's see if we can fit those in without having to move the engines right away. Cool. So you have your Stroud nose cap C's, and both of those are going to go right up there in the front. And then next we have our sides, and I'll move these over just so I don't have to walk it all the way over. Now the way you want to do this is you want to take this Stroud cap A in the back and you want to line it up with your back ones right there. That's how you know you got it right. And you're gonna have two of your Stroud cowlings on your starboard side, and then you're gonna want to end it with your cap A there coming out, ending at the fuselage. And then we're gonna jump over to the other side, and same thing except for instead of two cowlings, you're gonna have three Stroud Eklund cowlings coming off the side here. So 2 and 3. And then we're gonna put that there, that cowling there, and or that cap. I'm sorry, that Stroud cap, and that should offset that just a little bit. And then I'm skipping a step, but we kind of need this here. So we're going to take this Nova Galactic bracer, and we're going to place it right on top of that shear flow reactor. That way, we can place these engines in here without any issues. So we're going to take the Sal 6830 engines by Slayton Aerospace, in which you can get those at Hope Tech. And the cool thing about these is they have a max power of 2. So you can run 6 of these if you got enough power. I like the way it looks with the 2 that I have sitting down there in the bottom. I couldn't really find something that would sit there properly and look aesthetically pleasing like this. It's coming along nice, but that's the bottom 2 layers. All right, let's move on to the top middle layer. And now this one, it's not too much different from our second layer. Not as complicated though. Our side pieces are the same, just flipped over. So Stroud cap A in the back, on the back corners, and in the front corners, well, Stroud cap A on the corners. And then we have 2 Stroud cowlings on our starboard side, and we have 3 Stroud cowlings on our port side. Place all those over here, those ones over there. Okay, next we're going to take this Galleon S204 cargo hold, and we're going to set that in the back corner by the helium tank. I should mention, when this ship is done, you're going to have 3 ladders, but you're only going to have 1 primary ladder. You have your basic ladder that sits right there in your docking port, and our second ladder is going to be coming out right here through the top of our workshop. And I believe our second ladder is going to be, well, technically our third will sit right here, and that's only going to take us to dock out. We have a Stroud Eklund 2x2 living quarters, and that's going to go right there in the back corner. And to sit beside that, we got a 2x2 Hope Tech computer core. And then to sit in the front left there, we got the Stroud 1x1 companionway, and that's going to sit right there. Next, we'll take this Hope Tech mess hall, the 2x3 version. We're going to place that right up there.
Wow.
Now, we're going to take Stroud cap A, and we're going to place that one right above the nose cap C. We'll take the nose cap B, and we'll place it right beside the nose cap A. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then this is the one thing that makes my ship glitched. So, we have our Hope Tech nose B, and we don't like the way that looks, so we're going to try and get it to go right there. But, oh no, it doesn't want to go right there. Now, saying that the part is already there and it's purchased, you put the part there where it will not go. You're going to flip it, and then you're going to put it back where you want it to go, and then you're going to back out of the builder from it, and it puts it right there where you want it. Saying it could go there if there weren't any prior issues. All right, we're almost done. Next, we have the top, and for our 4 corners, you would probably guess it, Stroud Cap A's. For our back pieces here, we have 2 Stroud Cap C's, and then we have 2 Stroud Cowlings, a mid bracer, and a 1x1 companionway. And the last major piece would be our Deimos 100 DP Slim Docker. And this you can get from your shipbuilder at your outpost, or most manufacturers. Anyways, the Stroud Cap A, we're going to start that out, cover up this engine over here on the far left, and then we'll just kind of go, and we're just going to take everything that I have right here, and we're going to set it right on top of this. Alright, Stroud Cowling. And then we're going to take the 1x1 companionway, and that's going to sit in the top left corner of our computer core. We're going to have a ladder that just comes up to there, and it just takes us out. Nothing crazy, and you're barely going to see it unless you're going for it. Beside that, put the Stroud Cowling. We're going to take that 100 DP Slim Docker top, and we're going to put it right there on top of that 1x1 companionway. Next, we're going to run the Cap A to go above there. Then we'll take the Stroud Nose Cap 2B. We'll set that there. Okay. Next, we're going to run the Assurance SG 1800 generator with a shield max of 1800. Class C, max power 12, and we're going to put that right over there in the front right corner, in between these 2 nose caps, or I'm sorry, in between these 2 caps, the Stroud caps, on top of the 2x3 mess hall. Next, we have 2 equipment plates. You're going to take those equipment plates, and you're going to set them right here beside that Assurance generator. Okay, that leaves us with weapons. And what do we have? Well, we have these. The Fulminator 8000 suppressor, and that goes, I like to have it right here, just sitting right there on that Stroud Cap A, kind of tucked away. And then we have some Torch P 250 MW UV pulse lasers. We're going to put one in front of that shield generator, and then we're going to put another one just right on the right hand side of it. And then we have actually 2 more of these Fulminator 8000 suppressors sitting right here, tucked away in this weapon mount in the center. And lastly, this is just a little security measure, the PBO 300 Alpha turret facing backwards, just to kind of cover your ass when you can't. I guess lastly, just because this part's just going to be for me, color scheme. Now I'm going to give you a second to pause the video if you need to see where my colors are sitting. Now, if my editing is correct, there should be a Millennium Falcon sitting right over here to the right of me. And this is kind of what I use as reference to get my color scheme and build idea. Okay, let's take a look inside. Starting out in the 2x2 battle stations. The Stroud Eklund version, I like this one. It's got that nice open navigation console. Then over here should be our 2x1 infirmary. Yup. Or the armory, my bad. Then over here we got our workshop. Alright. Yep, sounds good. Back here we got our captain's quarters. We got the nice, I think this is the Nova Galactic one. Got the nice full bedroom. And then from here we move on to the Hope Tech Science Lab. Alright, then over here we should have our brig. Hey, hey. What's going on, man? Working hard or hardly working?
Hey, that's not funny.
Alright, moving on. So we're going to backtrace. And we'll go up this ladder.
And then?
Oh. And that's our main ladder. That's really the only ladder that really gets any use. Over here we got our mess hall, and I started out with the Stroud Eklund one, but it was too open and just like bare and basic. And the outside fits better with the ship. The Stroud Eklund one does, but the interior for this Hope Tech one is just so much cooler. Yeah, I don't know. I like the darker tone, a little more closed in. I've realized with the Hope Tech 9, they add a lot more stuff into it. It seems like there's a lot more rooms. There's more of a darker tone. I realized that at least with the computer room. I believe this is the Stroud Eklund or the Nova Galactic. This may be Stroud Eklund. I don't know. It's earlier in the video. Lastly, we have our computer core, and that right there, this is nothing special. This is the only other ladder we really have in the ship, and that just takes us out to the docking port. Anyways, we got our Hope Tech computer lab, and this place looks pretty sweet, at least opposed to the other ones. But you see what I mean, though? They add a lot more intricacies. You got all these wires, or all these hoses, wires, fiber optics. Yeah, no, it's cool. But we come back down the ladder, though. We go through here. This is the 1x1 fuselage. And we come into the cockpit. Man, this one is just a sweet cockpit. I really do like the Hope Tech. Well, it's about that time I wrap up the video. You know how it goes. If you have any thoughts, please feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, dislike. And if you'd like to see the ship in combat, check out part 2. I just wanted to split this up because I didn't want to make this video too long. And if you'd like to see more build videos, let me know.
Fully checks out.
Yeah, if you just do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's my face when I'm blacked out. I was just.
My quantitative.
What's a keeper stream
Blend specialist.
Like, this guy, he's by himself.
Someone just brought you a
blanket?
His name's Yang.